Welcome to Fenton Unscripted. I'm here with Ashleigh, a leasing manager. So tell me a little bit about yourself and your role here at Fenton.
I started as a leasing manager here with Fenton in June of 2023 and had the pleasure of working at Urbana Rental Flats and True Bankers Hill in downtown for the last year or so. And starting in May of this year, I had the opportunity to join our AMP30 North Park lease up team. Day to day, my main goal is leasing apartments. We are trying to lease, find the right people and prospective residents that want to call our community a home. With a lease up, obviously, that's its own challenge because we're leasing apartments that are not built yet. A little hard to lease without countertops, but we're doing our best. As well as marketing, we pursue marketing platforms between Zillow, apartments.com, rent.com, lots of different things. So we're making sure that we're staying on top of all of our photos, videos, pricing, making sure that all of the information is up to date and accurate for prospective residents to take a look at online. And then obviously tours are a huge part of a leasing manager's job. Every time people come in, whether they're walk-in tours or scheduled, making sure that they have a one-of-a-kind human experience with us. That's one of the best parts of Fenton is we really capitalize and prioritize on that human connection piece. That's something that a lot of prospective residents that come into all of our properties really get the feel of, and it's one of the primary reasons why they choose to make our properties home.
And what would you say is unique about being a leasing manager at Fenton versus the industry?
I think what makes Fenton really one of a kind and special to me is the attention to detail that goes into finding where you fit. There is a lot of time and care that goes into getting to know you in your onboarding process and in your interview process. They really try to learn what makes you tick and what makes you work best and the best environment for you. And then they pair you with a team that helps you do that. I have been extremely blessed in that regard with a leader that works really, really well with me, and that has given me every opportunity to succeed and to voice what I need, as well as Fenton does a really good job of taking feedback. You have a really great feedback loop and team within our corporate office that is there to listen to you with concerns or questions or growth opportunities. You really have a voice within this company, and that's really unique.
Tell me a little bit about what growth means to you at Fenton and what that journey kind of looks like.
I started fresh out of college. I got my degree in finance and immediately knew that I wanted to work in property management from one of my classes in college that I just loved. And so I jumped right into Fenton and became a leasing manager. And I was able to learn a lot really quickly. I jumped right in the summer, which any leasing manager knows is prime time for leasing. So I had the opportunity to really dive headfirst in and do a lot of the selling and leasing and customer connection piece very quickly, which also gave me the opportunity to really show off in a sales department. I was able to collect about 40 leases within my first 3 months, which was really awesome. And it really allowed me to shine when it came to moving forward. And once we knew that AMP30 was an opportunity, I had expressed that, that was something I really wanted to be a part of, not just because a lease up is a huge sales opportunity, which is what I knew I wanted to do, but also because this project itself is everything that I love. I love North Park. I love music. I love live music even more. So I knew this was a project that I wanted to pursue. And the really cool thing was, despite only being about 6 months in at the time, I was able to, express that goal to my leader with our corporate executive team and with our ELT team. And I really felt like I was able to express to her and to ELT like what I wanted and where I wanted to go. There wasn't really any kind of limitations, which was really cool because a lot of the time there's pretty strict rules and terms when it comes to moving up within a company. And I feel like Fenton really gives you the opportunity to get wherever you want to go, however you want to do it, if you're willing to work for it, which luckily I was. So that's growth within Fenton really is whatever you want it to be, which is really cool.
Knowing that you wanted to come to an urban property, what kind of things did you add to your skills in your arsenal of employee development to be able to be considered for that growth opportunity?
I think at the end of the day, Understanding your customer is the most important thing that you can do. With an urban property, you're going to be dealing with a very different customer than you are in a suburban property. And I think that was something that I was able to learn how to do very quickly and very well. And the best way to do that was really just to get to know them, especially in urban properties. I found that people that want to live in a city, especially a walkable city like downtown or North Park, what they want is to connect with people. They want to learn things about them. They want to meet people. They want to get out in their community. And so, really starting off in that same energy with everyone of learning things about them, learning about their dog or their new job or, their partner or whatever it is, like really building on that human connection piece, no matter who they are from the bat. And then from there, learning like how to approach the tour. Are they really outgoing? Do they want to chat the whole time or do they want to take a step back and do they want to kind of observe on their own and form their own opinion? But at the end of the day, being able to learn my customer within 5 minutes of them walking in the door and learning the best way to go about the leasing process with them was really what was key in being able to grow and show that I could succeed in any kind of market, but especially here in an urban market.
So earlier you talked a bit about how you have a degree in finance. And what would you say to somebody that maybe comes across a job here at Fenton in your role, leasing manager, who doesn't necessarily have the experience in property management or in direct sales or marketing? What transferable skills can you speak on that are really valuable for this role?
Yeah, I got my degree in finance, but truthfully, when I had started at Fenton, I had been a barista for 3 years and a supervisor. Like I had worked at Starbucks, and that was my experience going right into Fenton. So, really, what I was able to bring to the table was customer service. Being able to work with a client or a customer or a prospective resident really isn't all that different across the board. Being patient and kind and willing to, build that human connection piece, whether I was serving them a coffee or I'm renting them an apartment, really is kind of the same. Acknowledging that, customer service work prepares you for this more than anything else. The patience that that requires and the ability to listen and figure out what someone needs and work with them, even through challenges, really transfers to whatever you want to do, but more than anything in property management. So I would say customer service experience of any kind prepares you more than anything for this, more than any, work experience that you have.
And do you have any specific stories that you can share with us about a time that you made a really big impact on a customer's journey, trying to find a new home, or just as a resident, something that you connected with?
Yeah, one of my favorite residents at my previous property had actually lived at the property twice prior. He was in the military, so he came and went and traveled a bunch between properties. And when he came in to tour with me, did not mention that fact. And his previous residency was well before my time, so I didn't know. And he just let me do my whole spiel, let me go down my whole leasing manager like talk, let me do the full tour, did everything. Like said nothing about the fact that he lived there twice before. And we got to the end of the tour and he, once I started taking his information for him to apply, I was like, so I have actually lived here before. He was like, honestly, I just wanted to see what the new team was like and make sure that this was still a great place to live. And you were amazing. You were so understanding and patient. And then he moved in and he's been completely lovely. Him and his dog are wonderful.
What gets you excited to come to work every day?
My team, they're wonderful and amazing. And my previous team was the same way as well. I was excited to come to work because I knew that I was working with people and still work with people that encourage me to be my best. And sometimes that means like pushing me and challenging me when I don't want to push or challenge myself. But at the end of the day, my team is the best part of my job.
And what are some personal success stories that you've had recently with either your team or just in your new role here at the Lease Up?
Yeah, yesterday I got to do my first like full FaceTime video tour on the construction site. I've been working with a prospective resident that's currently out in Georgia, so she's not really here to come do the temp office meeting as we've been doing. So I was able to pull a bunch of units and, take a bunch of notes and figure out exactly what she was looking for and then do like a hard hat FaceTime tour with her and show her the building. Obviously, it's still under construction, so it takes a little bit of imagination, but it was cool. And she loved everything. She was really appreciative of the time and effort, that went into, picking units that I thought would be a good fit for her, as well as, doing a FaceTime tour and making it work. And she had been really kind and appreciative of that and is applying for a home. So that's my most recent success just as of yesterday. But in a lease up that's filled with, setbacks or challenges and new things you face every day, having those little success moments and moments of appreciation from prospective residents definitely feels really good.
Well, awesome. Congratulations on the
Thank
lease.
you.
Um, and then tell me just a little bit about what you would want somebody coming in to Fenton to just know about the culture and the overall vibe you get working here. Like, what is just a quick kind of your perspective on how all of that feels every day when you come to work?
I would say what, makes Fenton different and something that you can always rely on is you always have the ability to speak up, whether that's to your leader or to your ELT team. You have a voice to speak on whatever you need. If you're not getting something that you need, if you want to move in a different direction or you don't feel like you're succeeding where you are, there's always room to voice that. And there's always room to improve on that. So always knowing that like you can speak up and you can, fix whatever problems that you're having, that there is a constructive feedback loop there with your leader and with your ELT team is really important.
Before we conclude, can you tell me maybe what your favorite memory is so far working here?
Absolutely. The Mark of Excellence Awards last December were definitely my favorite memory so far.
And for those that just don't know, what is MOE? Can you just give us a quick overview of what that is?
Yeah, MOE are the Mark of Excellence Awards that are hosted by SERHA. They put them on every December, and they're just a way to celebrate achievements in the rental industry. You get to connect with people across the industry from different property management teams. You get to learn a lot. They're usually honoring a couple different people too, so you get to learn about people that have built a lifetime in this industry and learn from them too. You get to connect with vendors. It's a really great networking opportunity, and you get to dressed up and have a great time with your team, which is cool. And what was really exciting is that our properties won second and first place. Being acknowledged and winning and getting to celebrate that evening with my team was really, really special, and it really forged bonding moments too with my team, who have now become some of my closest friends. And so that was probably my favorite memory thus far, but there's many more to go.
Well, thank you, Ashleigh, for
Thank
joining us.
you.
And thank you for watching this episode of Fenton Unscripted.